Who's going to tell us about what the amazing Serenity is doing? And Serenity, you're going to have to talk too. You're going to have to
You want
talk
to,
to us too.
you want to
Serenity, what
spread?
do you want to say? You should talk first.
You want to tell them the name of the company?
Hi, Brown teacher.
You want to tell them the name of your nail polish?
Oh,
Oh,
So good, say it.
Serenity's nail polish.
what's going on with the princess over there? What do we need to know?
First and foremost, hi everyone. My name is Jasmine Phoenix. I am the mother of Serenity. Serenity Nail Polish is what people call me. We are a vegan nail polish company, and we started it last year in the middle of the pandemic. We always enjoy getting our nails done together. That's something that has always been our bonding experience. I say it's similar to how you look to go to your aunt's house or your grandparents' house for a Sunday dinner. That's like our Sunday get together, is bonding and doing our nails. And last year during the pandemic, she came to me and was like, "Mommy, there's no more nail polish." I'm like, "Nope." And the stores were closed. And I was like, "What are we going to do?" And she said, Serenity nail polish. And I said, oftentimes when we hear kids, we just say, "Oh, they're just being kids," or we hear people speak and we just shut down the idea. But I was like, no, let's go with this thing, like, let's make this dream and the words from a baby become a reality. And that's what we did.
April and Joshua, when we talk about, conversations about equity and about diversity and inclusion, which is something that Simone and her staff has been working on, it's great to see a young man who truly encompasses all of those things. His discussion last night was extremely powerful, just about his belief, and to finally be heard was very, very important. So, Josh, before you get out of here, man, just let us know about last night's experience and what it was that you feel that those who missed it last night need to be be reminded of today.
I guess it was a really cool experience. Just being able to get stuff off my chest. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being able to express myself freely, and just like those are just things that have kind of been weighing on me for a minute. So I said what it is that kind of came to mind, and that was pretty much it. I think the conversation was very I like having productive conversations. I don't like having like personally. I think debate isn't a bad thing, but I think understanding insightful back and forth is even better. I think that's what's gonna make us grow, because I'm not really trying to enforce or prove anything to anyone or get anyone to kind of convert to my way of life. I'm just trying to understand, learn, grow, and with my fellow people. So as that was what last night was, a piece of it, and I enjoyed it.
And I wanted to ask a question regarding selecting artifacts from our student teaching experience over the course of our teaching assistant position. How would we go about selecting maybe 2 to 3 artifacts that would be like very well detailed or well rounded to, I guess, show our persona and our expertise and how we can demonstrate the past work that we've done in the course of a year?
I'm going to be the bad guy first and answer that question. And this is not representative of all principals, it's representative of me. I would not look at your artifacts, number one, because I'm not interested. Okay. What I'm interested in is who you are as a person, what values you bring to the table, what your beliefs are around children, what your beliefs are around education. I want to know why children will like you, why they will respect you. I'm not interested in skills because I can train skills, right? I'm interested in who you are as a person, who you are as the educator, and whether you're a right fit for the students in my school. And so when I interview, it's a get to know you. And if I like you, it's a very long interview. If I don't like you, it's about 5 minutes long. But I'm very interested in who you are as a person and what you bring to children and what you believe about children and what you believe about community and what you believe about how you can use education and as a platform to empower young people so that they can go out and change the world.
I had another question that that kind of someone's comment earlier sparked it with talking about culturally responsive teaching and how you can be culturally responsive in the classroom. And I think I always struggle with that as kind of a Spanish teacher, because, you know, the point of language, I really, like, one of my core beliefs is that the point of language, in a sense, is to almost forget about yourself and like reach out to someone else, right? To like say, I want to become a part of your culture in some small way, and like really seeing that. And I think because of that, I kind of struggle with balancing the idea of like, how can I bring Blackness into the classroom? How can I bring Blackness into my curriculum when I really feel like, oh, I want to make sure my students can like go down to Argentina and like talk to somebody. I want to make sure they can go down to Mexico and like make a friend, and like just something like that. So I always feel like I have a push and pull in that regard. And I just like a general advice about that, I suppose.
I believe that there's actually room for all of it in a classroom, bringing in your culture as well as them sharing their culture, and then still talking about the culture and the language that you're teaching. It can be immersed in anywhere that they go. So I think it's important that you allow that space, because no matter what your culture is, if you're going into another culture, you can still give a part of that to that culture as well as that culture giving back to you. So I would not stop the children from sharing their culture as well as you sharing yours, and how that can be embedded into the language that you're teaching and the culture that you're speaking about. So do not step away from who you are, but make sure it can carry that into it, because it definitely can be connected.
You know, hip hop culture it spans the globe. We are dope, right? So oftentimes, I don't know if Al Hardy on here, but we wear black women, black men are dope. Like, you're dope already, but don't just make it all about you. Let them see and want to inquire. Do things like potlucks and things of that nature, with days where you celebrate everyone's culture. Like I know at Westside, we do a culture day. So my boy, he with Brown now, he used to come with the kilt, you know what I mean, on. And that was so dope. He representing Scotland. And when he was doing that, then I have my Croatians and like everybody Portuguese, they bring in different stuff. Like, let us see, because I'm like, when I go to Scotland, I'm putting on a kilt. Like, I recognize how dope he was. Like, let it be organic. We hate when people just don't impose your will on me. Like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to get education, but you and your, whatever your beliefs are, you don't have to put it. Let it be organic. Even when things were going on, let's say with the racial injustice that's going on. And I know some of you may not feel like it's politically correct, but I allowed my teachers to let it flow. Like if you was doing US history, let it flow. If that insurrection was going on, let it flow. Like, you don't have to say, all right, y'all, we're going to do an essay on the insurrection and what we could have did. Like, we're not doing that. That's corny. I'd rather you expose them to what they're going to be tested on than you to make it about you and your beliefs. So it has to flow and be organic. If you do that in your true self, the kids gravitate to that. And I always say on this platform, the best teachers have the best relationships with kids.
Our work is not only about the now, it's about the future. And so when we talk about ways that we can take what we've done as effective school leaders and we can transfer that information down to the next generation of leaders, that's where the real work is done. You know, Lays and I talk about it all the time. I don't want to be the generation of leaders that 20 years from now look back and complain about the condition of education. I want us to be able to look back and say, we were the ones who saw a problem and we were the one who fixed the problem. That if you're going to get into this work, if you're going to get into this business of educational leadership, you cannot do so without having mentorship, without having coaching, without having support. And that's what OSG is about, Off School Grounds for Life.
Can somebody please spotlight the newest Dr. Farrington? If we can please spotlight her for a moment.
I've been in communication with Allison for the past few weeks, and I remember the first time she and I talked on the phone, and she gave me the whole rundown of who Allison Farrington is from start to now. And I can tell you, those of you who have time to learn her story and to hear her story, I'm telling you, it's nothing short of inspirational.
I lost numerous cousins to COVID, aunts, uncles, you name it. I'm dealing with kids that are homeless now. I'm dealing with kids that are parentless. And through it all, trying to work through this doctorate program and trying to remain strong for everybody. There is a difference between adversity and trauma, but my mantra in life has always been adversity is my strength. So I have to prove that. And this is my way of the pinnacle of proving that. So for those of you who are coming up behind me, I can empathize and I can sympathize with everything it is you're going through. But the moment it's done, it is over and it feels good.
Wow. Wow. Congratulations. Congratulations, Allison. Again, we are so proud of you. We are so proud of you.